welcome my friends. This is Jennifer from Mystic Star. I want to thank you guys so very much for joining me today and watching this video. This is going to be my group reading for the full harvest moon. This year, the full harvest moon lands on September 2nd. This is kind of a unique moon as each moon has a name, and most of us have heard of the harvest moon. There's been songs written about it, and it's been in pop culture more than some of the other moons have. The piece with the full harvest moon is that it's the full moon closest to the autumn equinox. And the autumn equinox this year lands on September 22nd. So the full moon on September 2nd is the full harvest moon. Now, as we started off last month with the full sturgeon moon, we're really starting to focus in and highlight that abundance, that harvest, reflecting on all that hard work. We've been able to accomplish a lot, and we continue to work and strive for more. We can tap into this amazing abundant energy, and we can have this energy support us and direct us so that our fall harvest is abundant and our cornucopia flows full. So this month I had to go with the Everyday Witch Tarot and Oracle combination. It's one of my favorites, and I really like how it stays in that high vibration. It's fun, it's playful, and most importantly, it shares information well, and it's easy for my viewers and my clients to connect in with. This week, my friends, I went with some raw crystals. I went with rose quartz, got some Healerite here, and Selenite. I want you to look at these crystals and choose whichever one resonates with you right now, and then go in the description box below. I have timestamps. Then you go to the correlating timestamp to that crystal, click on it, and it'll take you straight to your reading, and I will see you there. Hello and welcome my rose quartz friends. This reading is especially for you. Now, like always, I have the full decks of both the Oracle and the Tarot cards, so you get the most comprehensive and meaningful reading for you. Without further ado, let's see what the full harvest moon wants to share with my rose quartz friends. What guidance, information, and wisdom does the full harvest moon have for my rose quartz friends? The Hanged Man, the 12th card in the Major Arcana. He's been dubbed the Let It Go guy. Releasing some of those preconceived notions, the blinders that we put on so we can put our head down and get the job done. Not paying attention to what's right around us. We're hyper-focusing in on those tasks at hand. We're not being observant to that fuller picture. It's nowhere near a big picture, but that full experience that's happening right now. We need to release some of that. We need to embrace what those high vibrational beings are sharing with us. We're missing some of these finer details, these messages and directions that's going to help us in the long run. It's going to help us overcome some of the challenges and obstacles that we're facing right now. Taking that deep breath and being present for you and everything that's going on around you makes a big difference when it comes to those challenges. You feel more open and present to your abilities and skills, and that obstacle doesn't feel as daunting. You feel more collected and rested, rejuvenated to take on that task. The Three of Pentacles. I like to think of this card as the Triforce Perfecta. When you're working with yourself, that physical support, so your friends, your families, that community. And then, of course, we have that high vibrational support team. Your guides, your guardian, your high vibrational beings that you work with every day. When we work in cooperation, we're working as a unified front to overcoming everything and anything. The only thing that can stop us or slow us down is ourselves. That cooperation, that teamwork goes a long way with understanding that problem and finding some pretty creative solutions. You have that physical support team cheering you on. You have that amazing skills and abilities of yourself. And then, of course, that guidance and wisdom of those high vibrational beings cheering you on and giving you that added direction. With cooperation and a little bit of letting go, you're going to find that that abundance, that harvest, is going to be amazing. And I don't mean solely on that spiritual level. It's going to be there. Because the more you're able to let go and connect in and allow yourself to grow, to stabilize, and to enjoy what's happening in the here and now, of course that spiritual development is going to be there. Not to mention that energy shift will help with that emotional level. But guys, it also means that financial piece. When we have that high vibration, when we are working with the universe, we are able to manifest those things that we need and want. And when we manifest, it's putting that idea or request out there that you need, fill in the blank. And then letting it go. We don't second question it. It's going to happen. We let it go. Knowing that when we need it most and we're able to embrace it fullest, that manifestation piece will come to us. It'll fall into our laps. And depending on yourself, your skills, your abilities, and when I say skills and abilities, trusting in the universe. That's that skill. And it is a skill to let it go and just know that it will be there. We have that ability to manifest those things we need and want. And during the fall, especially when we start to be present for ourselves, we're going to find that a lot of this manifestation stuff is coming forward. Things are starting to fall into place for us. That said, the biggest piece is to let it go. You don't question that timeline. You don't question your abilities. You've asked for it. You need it. It's going to come to you. Additionally, you're going to find that as you have that high vibration, you're going to be able to see and embrace and incorporate some amazing new opportunities and ideas that hadn't even been on your scope of reality. That direction and cooperation brings about a lot for us. The biggest piece is going to be letting go of some of those preconceived notions. And one of those is that we have to do everything for ourselves, that we cannot ask for the help that we need. Letting go of that one is a big support and will go a long way in overcoming the challenges and obstacles that we're facing right now and then, of course, in the future. The Ace of Cups, the Holy Grail, really speaks to that ability to just let it go and embrace what's right in front of us and allow that amazing energy to be incorporated into our everyday. When you drink from that Holy Grail, it invigorates you, it inspires you, which of course helps you move forward. And when you're talking about the Holy Grail or that Ace of Cups, you're looking at that intuitive energy and connection into the unconditional loving energy of the universe. We have that internal need and drive to reconnect to that we've lost. And we've lost that connection to that universal energy. And as a species, we've really tainted our ability to connect in. We keep second guessing ourselves and believing that only special individuals get to tap into this stuff. And that's false. Everybody and anybody has that right and those skills to do so. It's just believing in ourselves and start to work as part of a team. Because even part of a team, even if you don't feel that you have that physical support on that positive balance level, you have that astral support. They ask of nothing other than to fulfill their contract with you. Because they've agreed to support you and guide you on this journey. And the high vibrational beings, we didn't contract with them so much. They did agree to work with us because they've worked with us in the past. So we have that right, we have that ability. It's taking hold of what it is you can do and truly embracing it. And finally, the Four of Pentacles. It adds some stability to this reading, reminds us of the importance of grounding ourselves and keeping ourselves stable, especially as we work with that intuitive energy. We can get lightheaded and dizzy if we're not being mindful of that groundedness. It also is a bit of a warning. We can't just shut ourselves in and try and protect ourselves, in quotes. There is no protection. We need to experience and live. Yes, we want that stable financial and physical stability and support. However, we can't start to hoard and enclose ourselves in. That we've turtled ourselves because we've been on restrictions. This is true and yet false. While others have really put themselves in a fortified situation, others have maintained that connection. And that physical support doesn't necessarily have to be in your space. It can be through telephone, through text. There's so many alternative ways that we can gain the support and guidance of our physical support team. The only limitations are, well, us. We limit our ability to connect in because we fear that we may be rejected or laughed at. And it's that fear that holds us back. We start to release some of that fear. We start to open ourselves up, reach out for the support that we need. We're going to find that that abundance will flow even more. We're opening ourselves up to who we truly are. Energetically, we support each other. Energetically, we don't have an ego. We are back to that energetic source that is full of compassion and unconditional love. And that's where we need to head, is back to that unconditional, loving, supportive energy. It'll take us a lot further as a species than anything else. When we encourage and nurture each other, that's when people's true gifts flourish. So let's go on to a blessing. What blessing can my rose quartz friends embrace for the full harvest moon? Meditation for peace and serenity. That meditation is going to help get you out of your head. I used to really struggle with meditation. My mind wouldn't quiet, and sometimes when I sat down to meditate, that's when the high vibrational beings were like, okay, great, have a minute, let's chat. And I felt really bombarded. With, well, some cooperation and teamwork, we've kind of figured stuff out a little bit better. Meditation is to calm your body, your mind, and your soul. Through that deep breathing technique, you're able to equalize your brain hemispheres, and you're able to feel stronger, and you're able to dump a lot of stuff that isn't serving you. Most people struggle with just sitting in a room and listening to some plinky music, or listening to that quiet and listening to their breath. Guided meditation works just as well as that very quiet and self-driven meditation. The important piece is that you take that time, you connect in, and you give yourself a little bit of time and a lot of love when you're sitting in that meditative space. Air magic. This card does depict and talk about that importance of those messages that we receive. Pagans used to believe that those messages came through air magic, and I guess in a way it does. The important piece is to be open and, well, let's say, be present to receive that wisdom that is being shared with you. It's essential. A number of weeks ago, I guess it'd be actually a number of months ago, I met an archangel I'd never met before. I'd felt her energy a couple of times in the past year, and she wasn't ready to connect. Her name is Archangel Giselle. She helped me and Archangel Ariel create an animal healing Reiki class that I actually ran a couple weeks ago. Archangel Giselle works with that air element, works with the animals, the birds of the air, and works to help with that message, trying to strengthen our throat chakras so that we can be communicating on that high vibration, so that we're able to receive the information and we're able to give our information from our heart and from that high vibrational space. She's one that is coming to many people. She comes in on kind of a sky blue color because she wants to support us with that communication and understanding of where it is we need to go next. She's a very high vibration. We're looking probably the 12th or higher. And she can be very gentle and soft and easy to miss. But this air magic sings her songs. That importance of that guidance, that direction, and for receiving those messages. Most importantly, sharing our messages with others. Now, don't be surprised if you don't start to receive this same message over and over again. My message bearers keep getting the same messages. That air magic is going to come up. Your throat chakra is going to come up. Archangel Gabriel is going to come up. That message is essential. I want to thank you guys so very much for joining me today and watching this video. I hope that you found this video fun and helpful, and you're able to gain some insight and direction into what the full harvest moon wants to share with you. If you like this video, please remember to give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for the latest content. There is so much more amazing coming your way, my friends. The best way to stay connected so you don't miss out on any of this amazing healing and insight is to subscribe to my channel and hit that little red bell. Also, if you enjoyed this video and want to support me in making more, I have a Patreon page. Like many other Patreon pages, there's lots of tiers and perks. And of course, my tiers and perks, you're looking at some amazing free readings and healings. Additionally, I also have Patreon exclusive videos and readings that I share with my supporters. I provided a helpful link below, so why not go check it out? Until tomorrow, my rose quartz friends. Hello and welcome, my Healerite friends. This reading is especially for you. Now, like always, I have the full decks of both the tarot and the oracle cards, so you get the fullest and most comprehensive reading for you. Without further ado, let's see what the full harvest moon wants to share with my Healerite friends. What wisdom and insight, guidance and support does the full harvest moon have for my Healerite friends? The King of Wands. Kings are that fully developed personality. They have the most control, the most power. The King of Wands, he's in control of his passions and his drive. He uses his willpower to succeed and overcome anything that stands in his way. And it's that energy and that inner determination that we need to embrace. Knowing that nothing can hold us back, that we have that inner fire, that passion to create abundance within ourselves and in our lives, and that nothing can stop us. When we use our courage and our determination to get the job done, the only thing that holds us back, well, is ourselves. Sorry. Small humor there. The Devil. The 15th card in the Major Arcana. And there's what's holding you back. We are the individuals that hold ourselves back. And what holds us back is our ego. That low vibrational self that wants to contain us in a very small box that it deems as safe. To hell with that courage and determination. We stay stagnant. We stay happy, according to your ego. However, in that stagnation, we have a tendency to start to spiral our emotions. We feel that overwhelming sense of sadness and fear because we feel stuck. We're not challenging ourselves, we're not using our skills and our abilities, And we know in our heart of hearts that this false stability, this false happiness, whether it be through monetary pieces or that extra fluffiness and puffiness that the ego has put around us, it's causing sadness and heartache, fear and anger. Whereas when we express our feelings through creativity, we use our tools, skills, and abilities to their utmost. We feel happy, we feel challenged. We also have that fulfillment because we can see what we're doing. We can see how we're overcoming and making differences in our lives and then also the lives of others. The full harvest moon is encouraging us to embrace that King of Wands and sever some connections with the devil. The King of Wands has strategies on how to deal with this. You can see, especially in this picture, and I really enjoy how the king here is depicted. That strategic army man, and that's exactly what we need right now. We need that king that's going to be able to conquer some very challenging situations for us. Because that devil and our ego know exactly how to push our buttons to keep us glued to that bench. However, the more we're able to embrace that energy of courage, determination, and willpower, we're going to be able to shake ourselves free from some of this baggage, from some of these anchors that are tethering us to the ground. The Ten of Wands. We're still in the suit of Wands, that fire-based suit. And of course you're looking at that passion center, that inner fire. Well, the Ten of Wands talks about working harder than we actually need to. And part of the reason we're working harder than we need to is because our devil and ego are trying to slow us down. The more burden we have, the harder we're working. It's time to evaluate what is ours and what is our ego putting on us. Without frequent revisits to our burdens and workload, we have a tendency to carry other people's stuff. I know as a parent it can be really challenging to start to release things to your children. However, it's essential. The same is true for family and friends. They may have asked a time ago for some support, and you continue to support them. And it's getting heavier. It's about that conversation. We need to release some of what we're doing. It's got to be appropriate for us and them. I know there's many people who kind of are in that sandwich area where we are caring for children and we're caring for adults. We're kind of the caregiver generation. I'm not asking you to release that. I'm asking you to release stuff that you know in your hearts of hearts it's time to release. I know as a parent, like I said, it can be a challenge. It's a balance. Additionally, you can ask for extra help yourself. I know that's a hard thing for many of us to do. We are not doing this journey alone. We don't have to carry all this alone. But a lot of times we feel like we have to. Asking for the help that we need will also lessen our burden. Will also lessen those tethers that the ego has to us, because we're receiving and working with that support system, whether it be high vibrational or our physical support. Both will support us and help us over this challenge, help us not feel so burnt out, and inspire us to really connect into some of these amazing talents and gifts that we have. The Page of Pentacles. Pages are the childlike, innocent energy. They're full of that inquisitive and playful energy. And it's in that questioning that we're going to be able to fully determine what we need to release and how the devil is holding us back. When we shed some of this fluffiness that, well, either isn't ours or isn't working for us, we're going to have more energies to play, to discover and enjoy. Really speaks to what the king originally said. Using that willpower to overcome any obstacles that stand in our way. So, let's go into a blessing. What blessing can my Healerite friends embrace for the full harvest moon? Prosperity and abundance. The more we're able to distance ourselves from some of these tethers, release some of the stuff that isn't ours, that isn't working for us, you're going to find that prosperity and abundance flourish. You're able to focus in on pieces and aspects that are more fulfilling and joyous. They're high vibrational, which brings in that prosperity and abundance. The full harvest moon is encouraging you to really reflect and start to weed out some of these pieces that are suffocating you, and embrace aspects and pieces that are nurturing and supporting you, so that cornucopia is overflowing come October, November. Imagine and envision. Taps right into that Page of Pentacles. Taps into that playful and creative energy. Creativity and passion is essential. So when we start to envision and we start to imagine things, we're starting to tap into some of that high vibrational energy that gives us direction, it gives us hope, and it inspires us. Taking that time to reflect on what's not working, and then looking forward to some amazing possibilities that are. Because as we're shedding this heaviness, we're going to have it replaced with that unconditional loving energy, which is going to inspire some very creative moments. That exploration will really flourish when we give that page some free rein, because we're going to have that energy to burn. I want to thank you guys so very much for spending time with me today and watching this video. I hope that you found this video fun and helpful, and you're able to gain some insight and direction into what the full harvest moon wants to share with you. Additionally, if you enjoyed this video, please remember to give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for the latest content. There is so much more amazing coming your way, my friends. The best way to stay connected so you don't miss out on any of this amazing healing and insight is to subscribe to my channel and hit that little red bell so you don't miss a video. Also, if you enjoyed this video and want to support me in making more videos, I have a Patreon page. And like other Patreon pages, there's lots of tiers and perks. And of course, some of those perks have to be free readings and healings for you. Additionally, I provide my Patreon supporters with free Patreon exclusive readings and healings. It's a perk for supporting me. I enjoy supporting my Patreon supporters just as much. I provided a helpful link below, so why not go check it out. Until tomorrow, my Healerite friends. Hello and welcome, my Selenite friends. This reading is especially for you. Now, like always, I have the full decks of both the tarot and the oracle cards, so you get the fullest and most comprehensive reading for you. Without further ado, let's see what the full harvest moon wants to share with my Selenite friends. What guidance, wisdom, insight, and support does the full harvest moon have for my Selenite friends? The Two of Wands. Twos are about duality and choice. That wand, we're looking at that inner fire, that passion, that courage, that determination. We're going to need that passion and courage to make some decisions. The full harvest moon wants to inspire you forward. It's been a hard, long summer. Actually, it's been a hard, long 2020. The full harvest moon wants to inspire you, wants to encourage you and nurture you so that you're able to use your skills and abilities in new and creative ways. This new creative endeavor or endeavors are going to help with that prosperity and abundance. You're going to feel more invigorated to take on some amazing challenges and obstacles. I know a lot of people think challenges and obstacles are something to dread. However, when you have that challenge, it just shows how you need to be more creative and flexible with what it is you're doing. That solution is there. Challenges and obstacles help us experience and learn more than what we learn when things are going right. We get very complacent and very distracted when things are going right. When things are a challenge, we slow down. We're more observant, and we're trying to get through that challenge, which brings in itself an experience all its own. Don't fear challenge. Don't run from it. Embrace it and conquer it. You will find the abundance on the other side is full and lush. The Hermit, the 9th card in the Major Arcana. Our guide to self-exploration. Knowing self, knowing our skills, our abilities, how we use them, how we don't use them, helps us to overcome challenges, helps us to look forward to new opportunities. We better understand what we can do. Part of this decision making is reflection on self and what we have achieved, what we have conquered. We don't want to get stuck in that low vibration of, oh, well, this happened, then this happened. Rather, this is what we survived. This is what we've experienced. What tools, what skills did you use to get through it? Knowing those tools, knowing how you were able to overcome those challenges, helps to prepare you for that next big adventure. Because it's coming, my friends. If we dread it, we bring in and amplify that low vibrational energy. However, when we trust in ourselves, we get excited and can't wait energy. We invigorate ourselves, and this challenge and adventures that we are going to embrace and face become less daunting and more rich in experience on that high vibration rather than the low. The Emperor, the fourth card in the Major Arcana, he lends his stability and his strength. That stability and strength goes a long way when we're looking at adventure seeking and trying to figure out that next big aspect. Using our current routine, our current support system to its fullest to give us that foundation we need to move on, to move forward, to develop. When we embrace and look forward to what is to come, we trust in our past experiences because, similar to the Emperor, we've lived through and conquered much. We're able to really inspire us and encourage others around us. Similar to the Emperor, we've lived through a lot. It's up to us to use and embrace that stability and groundedness that the Emperor is offering, that the full harvest moon is offering, reminding us of the importance of grounding ourselves through self-exploration and for reaching for those stars. We need that very stable energy to support and encourage us forward. The Five of Cups. Now, fives in tarot are always a challenge number. They're always about conflict and they're always about that instability. They usually indicate a change is needed, which is very true with the Five of Cups. We've been focusing in on these overturned cups, pieces and aspects that aren't working for us, but we so desperately want them to. We've been ignoring these two very beautiful upright cups. What's more, and I love this card for it, this cat's looking at us like, why is she not paying attention to what's right in front of her? He is. He's got a lobster and he is fully satisfied with his endeavors. The Two of Wands is going to direct us right to these Two of Cups. It's going to bring in balance. It's going to bring in that harmony. It's going to give us the direction we need. And that direction will lead to a very abundant and high vibrational space. And when you have that high vibration, you have that ability to manifest things that you need and want, which adds even more to that cornucopia that we're looking at. Taking the time during the full harvest moon, and it can be a couple of days before, a couple of days after, we've got almost a whole week there where we have these very supportive and guiding energies for you. You have that ability to seek out that direction. Taking time for self, understanding self, and then gaining that inspiration to move forward. I know what I'm asking seems really like frou-frou and out there. Taking that time, meditating and understanding self goes a long way in not only what the full harvest moon wants us to do, but it goes a long way in our journey and experience that we signed up for this lifetime. I have a number of free guided meditations, and you can participate in them as often as you need or want. Ones that come to mind right away, of course, Archangel Uriel, that helps to connect into that inner flame, into our skills, into our abilities. Another one that comes to mind is balancing and grounding self. And I did a meditation, it must be a number of months ago, with Archangel Sandalphon. And it talks about that balance and harmony within. That would be another good one. I also did a meditation last week with Archangel Christiel. Help with that guidance and that direction forward. Go through the playlist. I've put link below to that playlist, and you can see whichever meditation resonates with you. Go ahead and participate in it. They're about 30 minutes. It's not a long period of time, but it goes a long way in inspiring and connecting you with you. Let's go on to some blessings here. What blessing can my Selenite friends embrace for the full harvest moon? Make a move. I love this card. We can't be idle bystanders in our lives. We just can't sit there and watch. We can't get stuck in this revolving door of, oh my God, I can't believe this didn't work. This should be, I need this, rather than what the universe is offering you. We get those blinders on and we lose connection. We lose that inner passion to what it is we're doing. And we need that inner passion to find that fulfillment and that connection. The full harvest moon is telling you that it's time to get up, get off our keister, and actually sit down on our keister and meditate, participate in our lives, become that active participant. So it's time to get going and embracing our here and now and experiencing and enjoying our lives and all that it has to offer. And finally, fire magic connects right back into that wand and that importance of that passion, that creativity, most importantly, that courage to stand up, to start participating and embracing all that your life has to offer, all that the universe is sharing with you. It's time to connect in with that inner flame, the same inner flame that the Hermit wants to reconnect you in with, and that the Two of Wands wants to guide you from. The Two of Wands connects into this flame and it allows it to erupt. It gives it direction and it inspires it and fans it forward so that you are able to overcome those challenges, find those meanings, and most importantly, find that abundance that we're looking for. I want to thank you guys so very much for spending some time with me today and watching this video. I hope that you found this video fun and helpful and you're able to gain some insight and direction into what the full harvest moon is offering you. If you like this video, please remember to give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for the latest content. There is so much more amazing coming your way, my friends. The best way to stay connected so you don't miss out on any of this amazing insight and healing is to subscribe to my channel and hit that little red bell so you don't miss a video. Also, if you enjoyed this video and want to support me in making more, I have a Patreon page with many tiers and lots of perks. In some of those tiers, of course, the perks are free readings and healings with myself. I also offer my Patreon supporters exclusive readings and healings. This is to help guide and support those individuals that guide and support me. I provided a helpful link below, so why not go check it out. Until tomorrow, my Selenite friends.